Hello, lovelies. Here we're on that threshold of a brand new month, the month of July, and I really feel like the energies are going to be shifted and stirred up in July. Essentially, we had a little bit of a break in June, if you can call it that. But July, there's a lot more activity that's going to be going on energetically. And so we really are going to be stirred up. We have 4 planets that are going into retrograde in July alone. We also have our 7-7 energy gateway or energy portal. We have a full moon in the sign of Capricorn. We have a new moon that is in the sign of Leo. So there's lots going on. And while we are still in that energy of winter, where we're being called to slow down and be more reflective and just to try not to rush into too many things, I feel like as we'll kind of be being pulled in 2 different directions, really, because we want to be reflective and slow and quiet, but at the same time, I just feel like there's going to be so much being stirred up and going on that it's not necessarily going to be the easiest to continue a path of being a little bit quieter. So really quickly, the 4 planets we have going into retrograde are the planet of Neptune on July the 5th. This is a planet of transformation and dreams and visions of the future and intuition. Saturn on July the 14th. This is a taskmaster, and it usually demands for us to slow down and to really pay attention to the details. We can't rush through things when Saturn is in retrograde. We really have to slow down and do things right, and it can bring old stuff up to the surface that we haven't done correctly in the past. Mercury, July the 19th, that's our planet of communication. It also can stir up a lot of things on an electronic level, so emails can go astray, even snail mail can go astray, computers, phones, electronics can start playing up on us through a Mercury retrograde. And Chiron is July 31st, it goes retrograde, and that's our wounded healer. So Chiron can often send us onto a journey of really deep inner healing. But honestly, the main areas I'm feeling that are going to be important to focus on is, first of all, making sure you're doing things to center and to ground yourself. This is part of helping yourself to slow down and not feel overwhelmed in all of those energies. Because honestly, with 4 planets going into retrograde, they're really going to stir a lot of things up and have us really looking internally, looking at our wounds, looking at where we want to go, blocks and wounds and things that are going to come up from the past that maybe we haven't finished dealing with. So being able to ground and center and do it in small activities that you can regularly do across the day. Deep breathing, reach for grounding crystals, go outside and just literally put your feet on the earth. Take a moment to visualize roots growing down into the earth. Whatever your little mini activities are, you want them to be short, simple, and stuff you can do at any time across the day. I want you to also be reflecting on routines. We have these wonderful visions for the future, but are you doing things that are supporting these wonderful visions to be able to actually be made manifest in your life? If you really want more time for your spiritual journey, well, then you need to be looking for that routine to support that now. You need to be making time, whether it's an extra 5 minutes here and there, to be able to incorporate meditation or other spiritual practices into your journey. There's no point in a year time looking back and going, oh, it still hasn't happened. If you're not helping facilitate it, it's not going to happen. So, look at your routines, be reflective about them now, and see how you can start to support the transitions that you want now. And also, there's an energy of responsibility that's going on. So being able to reflect on our life and all the things that have been going on and look at, what is my responsibility? Where are the areas that it has fallen down and maybe I didn't pull my weight? I'm not saying that it's all going to be your responsibility. It likely isn't. But it's about, where does my responsibility lie going forward in creating these transitions, these opportunities, these changes, in manifesting what it is that you really want for your life, for yourself, for your family. And just being able to look at those and be really real about those, and knowing that, wow, this is actually a responsibility perhaps I'm carrying, which this other person should be carrying, and I'm quite happy to hand that back to them. And maybe there's a responsibility I haven't realized someone else is carrying on my behalf. So this responsibility feels like a really big theme for July, something to pay attention to, something that you might see coming up across the coming weeks for you, with universe working with you.